Good morning and welcome back, mathematicians. Today we're going to do some kindergarten and first grade math with you, and I'm so excited because it's one of our last lessons before summer. So hopefully you'll learn with us today. I wanted to start with this group of crayons that I have here with me today. It's just a big pile of crayons, and I was hoping that you could help me count them at home. I want to count by twos. Can you help me today to count by twos? And then we can see how many this pile of crayons is. Do you want to take a guess and see how many you think before we get started? It's not a giant pile, but I bet there's more than 5. How many do you think are in this pile? Let's count and find out. Remember, we're counting by twos. So I'm going to say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. I have 28 crayons in my pile today. Were you able to count by twos and join me? Should we do it now a little bit faster? Now that they already all have a partner, let's do it a little bit faster. Ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. Great job. Was your number close to 28 or was it really far away? Did you guess more than 28 or less than 28? I love practicing counting. Do you have an object at home that you could grab and count? Try counting by twos. And if you want to, you can count by ones as well. That was fun practicing just counting anything that you can find at home. Maybe you even just have rocks or shoes or toothbrushes. What kind of crazy thing can you find to count at home? Keep track and keep counting. Today I'm going to start with our number of the day. Our number of the day is 20. And we just counted to 28, so I know you can do it. I made some number cards to help us. Can you help me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're getting stuck. 8, 9, 10. We're halfway there. 11, 12. Uh-oh. Here he is. 13. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Great job counting along with me today. 20 is our number of the day. I just took some paper and made my own cards. Do you think that's something that you could do at home? You could even use old boxes or sidewalk chalk. Today, your job is to practice writing your numbers all the way to 20 and then practice counting them. Today, we're going to start with the number 20. And I have my charts up here that are ready for us. So I'm going to write the number 20 right in the middle, nice and big. Hopefully you can see it. There's my number 20. Remember when I got to 10, I was halfway there. So let's make some tally marks and get to number 20. Remember when you get to the 5, that's when you make that diagonal mark. Let's see. Counting to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't forget the cross. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Halfway there. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Every time I got to a 5, I crossed it. 4 straights and 1 across. Here's what 20 tally marks looks like. How many groups of 5 are there? 4 groups of 5. So that shows me that I can get to 20 by counting by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. Great job. When you're at home collecting your items and counting by 2s, maybe you also want to do some counting by 5s, just like we did today. Now let's write the word 20. I am not a great speller. Let's see. I know that's a T. There's a W. E, N, T, and a Y. 20. Did I spell it right? I hope so. Now, we want to know if this is an odd or an even number so that we can write the word up here. And remember, even numbers mean that every time you count, it has a pair. So let's draw it in pairs and see if it has even or odd. Does every one of these numbers have a buddy? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Was anybody left out? Every one of the numbers has a buddy. So that tells me that this number is even. Let's write it up here together. E, V, E, N. 20 is an even number. No one was left out. Now, the last one is to draw a picture. What could I draw 20 pictures of? How about smiley faces? Can you help me draw 20 smiley faces? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew, gotta shake. Have 10 more smiley faces to go. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Whew, I don't think I missed any. Drawing 20 smiley faces was really hard. I wonder what you drew at home. Did you also make a 20s chart for number of the day like I did? I would love to see it. Send me a picture if you created your own 20s chart. Now, to finish up with number of the day, we're going to do some more number bonds and adding them together to get to the number 20. So I'm going to start by writing my number 20 here. Now, what two different numbers could make 20? Then we'll write it together in a number sentence. So I said it several times. When I got to 10, I knew I was halfway there. So how many other numbers did I count? 10. So 10 plus 10 equals 20. That was an easy one. Should we get a little bit harder? Let's start with the number 8. How many do I need to count up from 8 to get to 20? Do you know the answer? Let's count up and find out. So I'm starting with 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. That was 12. Did you know that 8 plus 12 equals 20? Let's write it in a sentence. 8 plus 12 equals 20. My work is getting a little squished up, but I hope that you can still see it. What's another number that we can start with and get to 20? How about 14? Let's try that. 1 and 4 make 14. Remember, all teen numbers start with 1. So 14. How many more do I need to count? Let's count up from 14 and see. Start with 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So if I add 6 more to 14, that will get me to the number 20. Here's my number 14 plus 6 equals 20. I have 2 more spots left. I wonder which number I could do next. I was practicing today with the number 0. So if I start with the number 0, what's that number that I need to add up? 20 more. I love the number 0, and we never want him to feel left out. So let's do 0 plus 20 equals 20. That was an easy one. We have 1 more to go. What number do you think I should start with? 11? Let's do 11. 1, 1. How many more do I need to add up to get to 20? I know that 1 plus 9 equals 10, and I know that 10 is halfway. So what if I add 9? Does that work? 11 plus 9, does that equal to 20? It does. So I'm going to finish my last sentence with 11 plus 9 to get to 20. How many other ways can you come up with to get to 20? I bet there's at least 20 different ways that you could find that answer. Keep practicing at home, and don't forget, you can count up, you can count by 2s, you can remember that number maybe because it's 5s or 10s, or any other way that you can come up with finding your answer of 20. Keep practicing with number 20. That's one of the favorite numbers as well. I like it because you can get there fast. 10, 20. Don't forget to show us your work if you do something cool. I'm now going to share a story with you today. This story is called I'm Trying to Love Math. That's a funny name of a story. And the author is Bethany Barton. Now, Bethany also wrote a story called I'm Trying to Love Spiders. That doesn't sound like something I'm trying to love. Let's see. I like to look on the inside and see who published this book. And it was Penguin Random House. That's a great idea. Right here at the first page, it says, mathematics is a sense, is logic, let loose in the field of imagination. Wow. I wonder what this story is going to show us about math, because I'm trying to love math. Do you love math? Math is so many different places. If you ask me, math is not very lovable. It shows homework and calculators and books. I know I'm not alone here either. 4 in 10 Americans hate math. That's like you, 40%. Did you just use math to explain how much you don't like math? That's what the little alien is saying. This one says, yay, math. This one says, boo, math. I'm glad to see more people like it. A space alien? What do you know about math? Well, math is understood all over the earth, no matter what language you speak. 5 plus 12 always equals 17. Except you're not from Earth. Nope, but thankfully, scientists sent math out into space. Even aliens know math. Scientists took examples of life on Earth, things like language, music, and math, and put them into the golden records. These are fun pictures. The golden records went into space probes they sent into deep space for curious aliens like me to find. They sent you math? No wonder aliens don't come visit. They should have sent cookies. What are cookies? Says the alien. I'll make you some. Cookies are better than math. Let's see. To make cookies, I need 2.5 cups of flour, 3/4 cups of sugar, 3/4 cups of brown sugar, 1 cup of butter. Looks like I need 2 of these to equal a cup. Wait, baking is just a bunch of math, isn't it? Whoa. In fact, this whole recipe is a math word problem. There's fractions and comparisons and temperatures and time and chocolate. Is chocolate math? Did you know that baking was all about math? Measuring, adding, fractions, cups. I never knew that I loved math so much. But isn't that a good thing? Without measurements and fractions, what would you end up with? A burnt pile of mush, I guess. Good point. Okay, you see this math problem here? 785 times 5. I'm going to try to love it. Maybe if I stare at it long enough and think about cookies, I'll love it. $785 times 5. Nope, I'm already bored. What if I jazz it up with some extra numbers? Whoa, They added a lot of different numbers and add some of these symbols. Did you know math has a bunch of different symbols? I don't know what they're trying to add up. Whoops, I got carried away. He wrote so many numbers and symbols. This is way too much math. Can we shake the book and make some numbers fall out? Just hold it tight and give it a little shake. Nothing fell out. Whew, thanks. Math is just so boring. It's not like you can dance to it. Actually, you can. Music has a lot of math. Time signatures and beats and quarter notes and the value of each beat. Pythagoras, an ancient Greek smart dude, said, in fact, it was a mathematician who discovered that different lengths of strings produce different musical sounds. I never knew that math was part of music. And I love music. Do you? Maybe I do love math. Because of math, you're able to make guitars you have today. Well, thanks for reading music for me. Now all I can hear are numbers. I think you're missing the point. Math isn't all about numbers. Arithmetic, another word for math, is super helpful, but it's only part of math. So in this picture, the little alien is at a store using money to buy different things that he wants. That's really important. So far, I'm starting to love math a little bit more. Did you know math is also about exploring, about finding new ways to get places and helping you find your way back? For centuries, sailors navigated using the stars, special measuring tools, and lots of math. Modern explorers calculate how much force and fuel is needed to get a rocket past the atmosphere and out into space. Take that, gravity. All those important things to be able to do, like travel or go to the moon, all because of math. Speaking of explorers, you've barely checked out Earth. We have lots of beautiful things to see. We have fractals, a special pattern made up of smaller copies of patterns. We have symmetry, where two or more parts match each other. Math is here in nature too. Math is about finding shapes and patterns. Have you found any shapes and patterns in nature that you've been looking at? Like butterflies or flowers, starfish, or snowflakes? All the great ways that math is all around us, and I never even thought of. Oh, no, you don't. You're making it all about math again. But it's my turn to teach you something. Introducing Earth's greatest invention, pizza. Did you know that pizza is also all about math? Oh my goodness. I never knew that. That does look interesting. How big is it? Oh, that's easy. It's, wait. How do you measure this thing? I know, and it's as easy as pi. Haha. Pi is actually a number. It's a super long number, so you usually shorten it to 3.14. This is the symbol for pi, not this pi. It's sort of a cheat code to figure out the size of a circle. Pi is also what's called an irrational number, which means it goes on forever and never repeats, like this. 3.141592653589799. It can just go on and on. I didn't know that about pizza. Well, that was unexpected. I never thought I'd say this, but this is too much pi for me. That's an easy fix. Let's just grab the book and shake off all this pi. Did you notice in the back that the numbers just kept going? Kept going? Those are still all the numbers in the number of pi. Too much. Whew, this is a better page. I'll admit, some of this math is cool stuff. But math can still be pretty frustrating, like how there's only one right answer. That's true, but it's also what makes math so helpful. Math gives us rules that everyone can agree on, so we know how far to travel places, how fast we're moving, and how much things cost when we want to buy them. That is helpful, that everything is the same for everyone. Well, I'm ready to test it out. I see pizza and ice cream and pie. You know, math is part of so many things I already love. I guess I don't need to try to love all of it. It turns out I already do. You can see he has music, and he's buying money, and there's ice cream, and he's baking. All those things that have to do with math. Great! You love math. My work here is done. Time to go home. Thanks for your help. Where did you say you're from? Planet homework. Yikes. Do you think there's really a planet called homework? No. Don't worry about your difficulties in mathematics. I can assure you, mine are still greater. That's a quote from Albert Einstein. He was really good at math. So, now that you've read this story, do you love math? Do you love cookies? That's important if you want to say that you love math, because math is all around us. What other places can you find math in the things that you do every day? Even how long it takes you to do things, or how much of things you eat. All about math. I never knew some of these things were so important. Maybe now you love math too, and you just never knew it. I think I do love math now too, especially when they talk about pizza and fractions. Hopefully you've enjoyed learning with us today, and Miss Abby's coming up with some great ideas that you can extend how you love math too. Don't forget, practice counting, find different ways to make 20, and find some new ways that you love math too. Thanks for joining us. Take a quick stretch break because Miss Abby's up next with some more math. Thanks for joining At Home with APS. Have a great day.
Good morning, learners. It's Miss Abby here. I want you to think about playing make-believe. Have you ever pretended to be an adult? I have pretended to be a firefighter, a police officer, an airplane pilot. I've even pretended to be a teacher. That's what I am now. Today, we're going to practice or pretend that we own a store. Have you pretended to own a store before? Well, we're going to add in some more math. Miss Q read about how math is all around us. So while you're at home, I want to inspire you to make your own store as well. I have gathered some special things. So I named my store Abby's Special Store. What might you name your store? So there's a couple parts that we need to do in order to make our store. Some supplies that you'll need some paper. I just have some blank computer paper. I like to use sticky notes. I'm going to use these for my price tags. I have a marker, some tape, I always like tape, and some scissors. So these are some pretty simple supplies. What I did next was I walked around my house and I tried to find some items that I could pretend to sell. I found a couple of books. Maybe you can grab a couple of books. I grabbed a puzzle. I think puzzles are a lot of fun. I grabbed some sunglasses. I grabbed a cat. I grabbed a stuffed bird. Another stuffed bird. This one's a duck. Chicken? Duck. I grabbed a bobblehead, still in the box. I grabbed a football. And then I grabbed a safari hat. These are some items that I'm going to sell in my special store. Think about at least 10 items that you could sell in your special store. Once you've walked around and gathered 10 special items, put them together. Our next step is we're going to write price tags. I'm going to use sticky notes, and just in case they fall off, I can reinforce with some tape. What I'm going to ask is that you keep the prices below $5, meaning $5 will be your most expensive item, but most items will be $1, $2, $3, or $4. So I am going to spread out my special items, and I'm going to begin writing price tags. So when I write my price tag, I'll start with the dollar sign. Looks like the letter S. And I'll put 2 lines through it. My first item will be my puzzle. I'm going to make this puzzle $3. So I have a 3. I'll take off my sticky note and add it to my puzzle. Both of these books are wonderful books. I'll make my dollar symbol, and both of these books will be $2. I want my customers to buy lots of books, so I'll make my price a little cheap. $2. This porcelain cat is fragile. It might break. And I think that things that might break are usually more expensive. I'll make this porcelain cat $4. And I'll stick it there. That one might fall off. These super cool sunglasses, I have a feeling people will want to buy them. I'm going to make them $5. Would you want to buy these sunglasses? I would. One of my students actually gave me these sunglasses. Thank you, Ijayla. These 2 birds are so cuddly and cozy. I'm going to make these birds $5 each as well. $5 for the red and $5 for the yellow. Right there. Those might fall off as well, so I'll keep an eye on them. This football is a lot of fun. I'm going to make it $4. This bobblehead, I love bobbleheads. Have you seen a bobblehead before? Their head goes all over the place. I'm going to make the bobblehead $2. And lastly, my safari hat. I can go on adventures wearing this. I can work in the garden, or I can just wear it around. I'm going to make my safari hat $1. Now that I have my price tags, oh, I knew that one was going to fall off. I'll reinforce it with some tape. Now that I have all my price tags, I'm going to need some money. Now, I'm going to show you how to make your own money. Because we're playing pretend, we'll make some pretend money. I take my blank paper, I'll fold it in half, and then I fold it a few more times. Fold it in half, fold it again. So I have my paper, and when I unfold it, I'll just use my marker to go ahead and draw some boundaries. Inside each of the rectangles, I'm going to make each dollar worth $1 each. So I'm going to write a 1 inside each rectangle. If you want, you can make larger denominations. You can make $5 bills, $10 bills, $20 bills, maybe even a $100 bill. Then I go ahead and I just cut out each dollar. It's always good to work on your cutting skills. Now, when my dollars are all ready, I want to count my money to see what am I starting with. You can do this all by yourself. You can play with a brother or a sister, your cousin, maybe even with someone at your house. But I'm going to start by just playing all by myself. I have my stack of money. I have lots of items. I'm almost ready to begin. Let's count how much money we have before we start. I'm going to count by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I still have more. After 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I have 20 $1 bills. That means I have $20. That's just like the number Miss Q was talking with us about earlier, number 20. I suggest you make 20 $1 bills. Now that I have my 20 $1 bills, I have to figure out, what do I want to buy? Let's see. I have my money in my hand. I definitely want to buy my sunglasses. The sunglasses cost $5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still have more money. 20, take away 5, 20. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. I still have $15 to spend. What would you buy next? I'm going to buy the puzzle. Puzzles take a lot of time. This will be a good use of my time. The puzzle is $3. That's less than the sunglasses. 1, 2, 3. I still have more money. My sunglasses cost $5. My puzzle costs $3. 5 plus 3 makes $8. $20. Take away $8. See all of this math? 20 take away 8. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. I still have $12 to spend. I'm definitely going to buy a book. Oh, this book, Toad by Ruth Brown, is one of my favorites. I'm going to buy this $2 book right over here. I feel like this cat wants to come home with me too. $2 for the book. Now I have spent $5 plus $3 plus $2. I know that 3 and 2 make 5, and 5 and 5 make 10. I'm thinking about all of these numbers. I have spent $10, and I still have $10 to spend. I think I'm going to buy this football. This football is $4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm running out of dollar bills. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait a minute, I must have made a mistake. Let's see what my football. Oh, I didn't count correctly. When you're playing store, you want to make sure you count as correctly as possible. 1, 2, 3, $4 for my football. When you own a store, you want to make sure you have really good counting skills. I still have $6 to spend at my store. Let's see. I definitely want this safari hat right here. That's only $1. And now I have $5 left to spend. I think I'm going to pick this red bird. $5. And I have $5. I have now spent all of my money. $5 for a bird, $4 for a football. 5 plus 4 makes 9, plus 1 makes $10, plus 5 makes $15, plus $2 makes 17, plus 3 more dollars makes 20. I spent $20 at Abby's special store. What's fun about this is there's many different ways that I could spend my $20. So I'm going to put all my items back. 5, 4, 2, another 5, 1, and 3. This is a great game for practicing my counting skills. I'm going to get all my money back, and just to make sure, I'm going to practice my counting. Sometimes you have to get your fingers ready for counting. This time, I'm going to count by 2s again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I have $20 again. Now, I can spend $20 in a different way, a different combination. I can also invite a friend over. I can think of someone in my house, but I have a friend right here. Let's see if she wants to play with me. Miss Linda.
Good morning.
Hi
Let me
there.
grab a chair so I'm close by you, Miss Abby.
Oh, definitely. I'm going to separate myself just a little bit.
Right. I love your store. This looks amazing.
Welcome to Abby's special store.
I love this special store.
Yes.
I just want to tell you that I was playing store one time as well. My special store was called Torres Tienda.
Ooh.
So the word tienda in Spanish means like store.
Tienda.
And that was a very cool thing. But when I played, I didn't play with dollars. We played with pennies, but we made them like one, and the kids made their money too.
Fun. So
it's
there's
gonna be
lots of
great.
different ways that you could make currency or money. I made rectangles that say one. What did yours look like?
Well, we did have kind of like rectangles, but they were, there was like a little moneda that was drawn, like a little money, little coin, and it was like a penny, but it was on a rectangle paper.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the way that we make money can be different,
That's true.
and they're both just creative ways to practice counting,
That's true.
to practice labeling.
Right, right. I love it. And I also love that you brought stuff from your home. Like you could also do this game, Miss Abby, using like groceries from your cabinets.
Yeah.
Maybe if you ask, of course you have to ask permission. And then maybe you could create your own grocery store just using like a can of beans and maybe a box of cereal and stuff like that. You could just make your own.
Yeah, this one was kind of, there's no food at my store, but I like how different stores sometimes have different items. So you're talking about a food store. This is kind of, well, nothing that you could eat, right? But they're just kind of special things.
I love it because then at home, you guys could use your toys. You could use your book collection. You could even play this outside in nature. Like, could you sell flowers? Could you like create flowers? I just love stuff that you could do inside or outside so that you have lots of choices.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Now, to add some math,
Okay.
what I'm going to do, Miss Linda, is I'm going to give you $10.
Sounds good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Very cool.
I want you to think of how you can spend all $10.
Okay. Oh, man. Well, the one thing that I really liked was your little ceramic cat because it was so fragile and it's also my favorite color, green.
Mine too.
You like that color?
Yes.
Verde es mi color favorito. So I'm going to definitely buy this. So I wondered if maybe I could have my dollars right in front of what it is that I'm buying.
That's a good idea.
That way I know. So I know it says $4, so I definitely want to put my $4 out.
Do you want to count in Spanish?
1, 2, 3, y 4. Ok, y ahora yo tengo mi gato.
What did you
Okay.
say?
I said, and now I have my little cat.
Correct.
I know.
How much money do you have left?
Well, what I know is that if I had 10 altogether, I use my fingers. I also love your strategy, Miss Abby, where you always just put it in your brain. So I'm going to put my 10 in. And then I'm also going to hold them up on my fingers so I can see them. And then I know I just bought this very fragile ceramic green cat, my favorite color. Let me count backwards. I'm going to try that strategy. So I just spent $4. So I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. That means I should have $6 left. Is that what you're thinking?
That's what I was thinking.
I better check just to make sure.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I do have 6 left.
You have $6 left to
I
spend.
know. I'm trying to think of what would be my next thing that I would want to do. I really like this parrot, and I know it's a lot of money, but this parrot is super cool. I think I'm going to buy the parrot.
I agree. You like animals, don't you?
I do, and I love animals, and I love nature. So if I have nature and animals, I am a happy person.
Nice.
So I'm going to put my money out. So
$5, please.
1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5.
Oh no, you only have $1 left.
Oh man, could I buy this book? Could I buy this book? The football.
It's too expensive.
And then the duck is 5, and the puzzle is 3, and the bobblehead. I wanted that bobblehead too.
You don't have enough money for the
Glasses.
bobblehead.
All I can buy is the hat.
You have enough money for the safari hat.
The safari hat. And now I have $0 left.
Correct. You did my challenge. I wanted you to spend $10.
And I did.
And you exactly spent $10.
I know. I could have spent more. Miss Abby, if you would have given me more money, I so would have spent more money.
I bet. Do you like shopping?
I do, and I'm really good at spending money. People do not know how good I am at spending money. I'm good at it.
That's funny. Would you like to play a puzzle now?
Yes, that would be so cool.
This is something else you can do with your store. I'm going to look at all the items I have, and I'm going to think of two items that add up to $6.
6.
It's kind of a guessing game. Miss Linda, can you guess two items that add up to $6?
2 items. Well, this is what I know about the number 6. There's different ways I could make a 6. I could do a 1 and a 5. That's a way. So like I could get maybe like the duck and the hat. That's a 1 and a 5. That's one way.
That does add up to $6.
I also know that to make 6, I could do like 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2. So I could buy 1 book and 1 football.
That adds up to $6 as well.
That would be good. And then the other thing I know about 6 is that you can make it even 3 and 3. But Miss Abby, I can't do that because there's only one item that's priced at 3.
You're right.
I would have to do 3 and 2, 3 and 2 and 1 hat.
Correct. But I said it was only 2 items.
Right? That's what you said to me.
I did. So it makes it fun. Since it's very sunny outside, my $6 were the sunglasses and the safari hat.
Perfect.
That adds up to $6.
That would be good. I love those glasses.
Yeah. Would you like to think of a couple items and I'll try and guess, or another way to spend the money?
I just was wondering if you would be thinking that maybe we could spend like just $5, but not on something that costs $5. How else could you do
so on
$5?
more than one item?
You have to at least have more than one.
I can think of a way that spends 3 different items. You add 3 items and you spend $5. Friends, can you think of a way to buy 3 items using $5?
You know, Miss Abby, these guys are getting good.
They are.
I am so glad that you let me come up today. I hope you guys have fun making your store.
Definitely.
Oh, we'll see you later,
Have
Miss
fun
Abby.
making your store. Bye, Miss Linda.
Thank
I hope
you.
you keep practicing math at home.
I will.
Friends, thank you so much for joining us. Playing make-believe and adding math is a great way to spend your time at home. I really appreciate you learning with me, and I hope you're having fun at home with APS.